You know, Steve, there's something very interesting in this Bobcat diorama to me. It differs from all the others in that it's essentially a new one, as opposed to renovating existing dioramas with a story that's relatively known that just needs to be clarified. We had a lot of decisions to make on that. Before, we used to have two cats. We opted for one. What can we say about the position of this cat and the story associated with it?
Well, when we assessed the original condition of the mounts, we determined that they were old and kind of repurposed for the diorama. They really didn't tell the story of a living animal. They were static. So the pose that we sketched up exhibited the lithe and grace of a cat was this pose of the animal stepping forward as though stepping out and hunting and surveying its surrounding terrain, with one ear cocked back, listening to the red squirrel up in the treetop there.
From that story, all of these particular things came together that might not be immediately apparent to a visitor. For example, what had the cat just done? Well, we had decided that it must have just jumped up upon this rock.
Right.
Well, if it did do that, then there should be some snow on top of the foot. That foot had to have been somewhere before, so we gave a nice footprint. And then my favorite of them all is that the rear foot had to have been in snow too, so we got the snow on the back foot.
Right.
And it's that sort of detail that we fuss over and worry over and discuss endlessly, hoping to get, so that we hope, right, that the visitor can get a more solid, in-depth feel for what we're trying to convey.
Every detail is part of the story. One of the aspects of the original diorama that we thought was so static, where the gaze of the animal was just out to the viewer. And this one we decided to direct the animal's gaze beyond and past the viewer, as though it were surveying the distance.
What the visitor sees here is that the visitor isn't the one that's drawn the cat's attention. It's something over his or her shoulder.
Something beyond the visitor.
Exactly. And that made a big difference.
Right.